I'm going to change a strut on a 2001 Pontiac Montana. You can see the old one is broken here. It should not be down here. So it's broken off. This is the replacement one. I got it at the wrecking yard for $50. You can see there's 3 bolts here at the top. 1, 2, 3. And you'll be going from the up here to get at those. And then you're going to have these 2 at the bottom, and they'll be down here, and those are pretty easy as well. For the top, you'll be using now okay, don't waste your time on anything else. Go and get yourself some ratcheting wrenches, okay? It's got a little ratcheting feature inside, really useful, okay? Spend the money, go and get a set, because otherwise it's really hard to get in there. For these 2 bottom ones, okay, 21 millimeter. Okay, if you don't have that, to be honest with you, just use a good old-fashioned adjustable. Okay, let's get started. You can see them down in there. You can see why I'm... See how good that works? Well, I'm doing it one-handed, okay? I got the phone in my other hand. Okay, and I'll just keep going and I'll start back up again in a little bit. These 3 are all removed. The nuts are all removed. And now I'm going to start looking down here. And I'm getting this one off. After you get those bolts out, just hangs there loose. And you just have to pull it out, which I'm going to use 2 hands for. It was getting a little tricky to hold this, to hold it up in place at the top while I try to get the bolts in at the bottom. What I did, and I'm sure there's other ways to do this too, but I took a second jack. I found a block of wood that was about the right size to fit in there. I'm just using a jack and a block of wood to hold that up there so that I can focus on getting these bolts in. So these bolts were probably the toughest part to get back in. I did get a little bit creative with some sledgehammer and pry bar, but I did, as you can see, I turned the steering and that seemed to be a little helpful too. Do be careful with is not to damage these bolts and not to go too crazy trying to get them in there, because you do want to get the nuts back on later on. If you did have, I got my nuts on, my nuts back on fine, but if you did have a problem, you could probably try and repair the bolts with a file. Done. I got those bolts on nice and tight. I went up and I need some light there for you. I went up in here and I got those nuts on, those 3 on in there, okay? And just gonna put the tire back on and go for a drive. Hope this was helpful for you too. If you liked it, click like or whatever people do when they like a video. Anyway, for now, have a great day.